George, Bodies, a DPSN video blog.
Hi, my name is George, and I'm currently wearing a plastic tiara.
Tell us about your passion.
My passion in life is that people's encounters with healthcare, which are kind of, I guess in some ways, one of the most ultimately kind of embodied encounters we have in our life, are compassionate and caring and just. My current study is looking at the dynamics of fat phobia in healthcare and how that, I guess, undermines caring, compassionate and just healthcare experiences for people.
Is there fat phobia in healthcare?
When we look at statistically at weight bias, we see that it's heavily manifested in healthcare encounters. So I think there's three really interesting manifestations of fat phobia. The first is a series of microaggressions, so subtle and everyday normalized kind of insults, say physical environments that don't fit fat bodies, seating, equipment, constant references to fat as the reason for health issues when the two aren't necessarily related at all. Then I would say there was overt shaming and bullying encounters for fat people from health providers. And the third was the ways in which medical power asserts itself over fat bodies, both to block fat bodies accessing health services, say hormone treatment for trans people with a high BMI, and also inflicts unnecessary medical procedures on other fat bodies. So, for example, a person who's pregnant being subjected to hyper-screening and other unnecessary medical interventions through the idea that they're not capable of healthily growing and birthing their babies. The absurdity of the current ways in which we approach healthcare and health promotion by emphasizing something like weight in the face of this kind of social stigmatization of fatness and individual responsibility in the face of a kind of neoliberal individual politic, is that rather than promote health or secure health for a person, we know that actually being left feeling bad by a health encounter, it actually foster poor health and certainly poor mental health and poor spiritual health.
How can we change this?
I think comes back to the onus being on care and in communities where we redefine meaning about our bodies and ourselves. And I think that regenerating meanings of fatness and of desirability and of gender and sexuality, so we find safe places to exist. And one of the things I'm really interested in is the role of micro-compassions in. So if you can't change structure because it's extremely difficult to talk back to medical power packaged as concern, then you can change moments, and I think moments accumulate. But I also think we have to position caring in a kind of a professional healthcare context as a social justice issue. So we have to advocate for a centering of human care and compassion in health.